Hello, friends. Good evening, all of you. I'm CA Meena Verma. I'm your host for the subject Strategic Cost Management and Performance Evaluation. So, in previous session, we have studied about modern business environment. And in today's session, we will cover the remaining topic of modern business environment. The topic which I will cover in today's session will be throughput accounting, this theory of constraint, okay, throughput accounting or theory of constraint, and supply chain management. These two topics I'll cover today, and I have a query in my query session. I'll deal with that query also. Okay, and in case if you have any query, you can ask me. So first of all, let us revise whatever we have studied in previous session. We have studied in previous session that today's business environment is very dynamic, it's very competitive, and there is a shift in the business. There is shift in the market also. Okay, previously the market was a seller market. Now the market is a buyer market. Now the buyer, the customer have upper hand in the market. So since this is a buyer market right now, the environment in which we are working right now, the environment in which all the business organization are working, this business environment is a buyer market. Buyer are in this market, seller are concentrated, means in the market there are number of suppliers, sellers, and the number of buyers are less. So seller are concentrated, and since the buyer are less, so the buyer have upper hand. Okay, and there is a lot of competition between the seller. So in order to keep the customer happy, they have to adopt various strategy, and they should consider all the sellers should consider that they should provide quality product to the customer. We have already discussed this many times that the customer is king, and we have to keep our king happy. And you know why we are considering customer as king? Because we know that the number of buyer is less, the customer is less, and the number of seller is more, and there is a huge competition between the seller, and everyone try to keep the customer happy. This is what everyone try to keep. Okay, so we have considered that for keeping the customer happy, we have to give them quality product. So quality is very important for any business organization. We have studied about the cost of quality. We have studied about the total quality management. Why the cost of, what is the cost of quality? We have studied about it, and we have studied about total quality management. Now in today's session, we will study about theory of constraint. Now, what is this theory of constraint? How it is related to business environment? See, we are trying to improve our business environment. We have studied that we don't want to give our customer a defective product. We want to keep them happy. So in order to keep them happy, our customer is not just demanding product at less price, but the customer is also demanding a quality product. Okay, so every business organization is trying to provide high quality product at less price, and for this, for providing high quality product, every organization should keep high prevention. And for keeping high prevention, every organization should try to keep their business environment, everything in the business organization, the system, the process, all employee, everything should be perfect, so that they do not produce defective product. Okay, now let us understand theory of constraint. Let us understand how it is related to the modern business environment, how it is related to producing good quality product for the customer and keeping the customer happy. How this topic is related to that also. Okay, now let us first understand what is the theory of constraint. Okay, theory of constraint means it is something related to that in the entire business organization. There are some places where the resources are limited. Okay, the resources are limited. Since the resources are limited at some place in the business organization, because of which the entire process of the business organization gets slowed down. Now, I have an example. For example, at the place of C, the labor who is working at place C, his efficiency is low, or the process he is doing, the process, whatever the process he is doing for manufacturing the product, will take more time for doing that work. And since at this place the resource is limited, what happened? this is a bottleneck activity, and this will slow down the entire process of production. Okay, and you will see always this happen. What in front of this bottleneck activity means? Bottleneck activity means the place where your resources, is limited. So if there is any place where the resources is limited, we call it as bottleneck activity. And at such place, what happened? This place will slow down our entire production process. And because of which the work in progress will start piling up at that place. It will start accumulating. You can see here, if the worker at sea will work slowly, due to any reason that the resources he have limited, or because of any reason he is working slow, in such case what happened, work in progress will get piled up in front of him. Okay, and we know that this is also a kind of waste. We have already studied that 7 deadly waste, in which we have studied that we should not overproduce the goods. Inventory compilation is not good, overproduction is not good, overproduction of finished good or work in progress, or the accumulation of inventory is not good. Either the raw material or work in progress is not good, because this will result in somehow a waste. Okay, and if you will pile up your inventory, it will also gradually this will reduce the quality of your product. Okay, so we will try to avoid such condition where there is piling of, there is accumulation of inventory. We will try to avoid such condition, because this will one, this will result in increasing the waste, and other reason is that because of this the quality of our final product will get reduced. Okay, I hope you understand the meaning of bottleneck activity. Okay, this is the bottleneck activity. Okay, so what we will try to do, optimize the production technology, means the place where resources is limited, we will try to optimize them. Okay, we will try to use that resources in best possible manner wherever in the organization. It's not just that the labor is working slow, it's not just that the labor is slow, it might be possible that the machine here is slow, or any other reason. Okay, either the labor is working slowly, or the machine is working slowly, or any other reason because of which the resource is limited at this place. Now what we will try to do, we will try to improve this situation. We will try to use this place at best possible manner, maximum. Okay, best possible manner we will try to use this place. Okay, so this is the place of bottleneck activity where our resources is limited, while other place like place A, B is a non bottleneck activity. We will call it non bottleneck. We will call it non-bottleneck activity. See, we want to improve this place. We want to improve our labor at this place so that they can produce more. We want to improve this place, means we want to improve our machine so that they can produce more good. Okay, so we will try to improve all the bottleneck activity, while there is of no use to improve the non-bottleneck activity. Why? Because even if the labor will improve at this place, or even if the machine will improve at this place, what happened? This improvement will not help you to produce more. This will not increase your production. Why? Because the bottleneck activity is here. This at this place, the resources is limited. Though you will produce more quantity at this place, but you cannot produce those product further because of the limitation of resources at this place. So we should try to improve such place. Okay, we should try to use such place, bottleneck places where the resources is limited, in best possible manner. This is known as optimization of production technology. Okay, we should use this place. See, it is written here, we should use bottleneck places at best possible manner. We should fully utilize this place. Okay, and there is no need to use the non-bottleneck activity 100%. Okay, we don't need to improve this place. Okay, and there is no need to use this place at 100%, because it's of no use. The process will get slowed down at this place. Okay, so this is all about bottleneck activity and non-bottleneck activity. Okay, this is all about bottleneck activity and non-bottleneck activity. So we have a line here: an hour lost at bottleneck activity is an hour lost for the total system. Means if our labor will lose its time at this place, if my labor will lose its time at this place, then what happened, the entire total production will get reduced. While if my labor will lose some of its time at this place, it's of no use, it will not going to affect the total production. Okay, so this is what written here, that if an hour is lost at bottleneck place, then this hour, if you will lose the time at this place, the resources at this place, if you will lose your resources at this place, it will reduce your total production, because your total production is depend on this place only. Okay, while if you will waste your time at non-bottleneck activity, it's just a mirage, it's of no use. Okay, now what more point are given in our book? Goldratt's 5-step methods of improving the performance of any organization. Now see, for example, my organization is working like this, like my raw material will go to process A, then it will go to process B, then it will go to process C, then it will go to process D, then it will go to process E, then it will become a finished good, right? There are various processes through which my product will pass through. Okay, now for example, I want to identify the constraint, the place where the resource is limited, so that I can improve that place. Okay, so the first step about we are studying about this Goldratt's 5-step method. In this, what will we do? We will first identify the place where the resource is constrained. For example, this is the place where the resource is limited. Okay, then we will decide this place, how to exploit this place, how to use this place at best possible manner, how to use this place best possible manner, and we will take our all decision considering this place only. Okay, our all final decision will be based on this place. Okay, then we will evaluate the performance, we will improve this position, we will try to improve this position, we will evaluate this position. Okay, now see what happened if you somehow manage to improve the performance at this place. Okay, I want to give you an example. For example, the labor working here is taking time 15 minutes. Okay, and the labor at this place is taking 35 minutes to work. The labor who is working at this place take 20 minutes to work. Okay, 25 minutes to work and 18 minutes to work. So the maximum time my labor is taking at this place to work. Okay, for producing any good, my labor is taking maximum time in this place. And I somehow managed to train my employee at this place. For example, I provide him proper training to work at process C. That training will help me to improve his performance, his efficiency. And now, since previously my labor was taking 35 minutes for producing one unit at this process, now I train my labor, and now he is taking time for producing the same good like 22 minutes. Okay, this is what his improvement is. The same, for the same process, same unit, previously he was taking 35 minutes. Now I trained him in order to improve his efficiency. Now he is taking only 22 minutes to produce this good. Now what happened? My bottleneck activity at this place has removed. Once you remove any of your bottleneck activity by any way, okay, by improving the machines, by training your employee, or by any way, if you improve any of your bottleneck activity, okay, then what happened? For example, we have seen that this bottleneck activity has improved. In such case, what happened? It might be possible that some other bottleneck activity might arise in your organization. For example, now you can see the process is slow at this place. Previously, the process was slow at C, but now the process is slow at D. Now we need to do something in order to improve the performance at this place. So this is what happened in this case, that if you somehow manage to improve any of your bottleneck activity by any way, it might be possible when you improve any of your bottleneck activity, some other bottleneck activity may arise in your organization. Okay, so that is why this is an iterative process. You can see it's like a circle. Why? Because once you improve any of the bottleneck activity by any way, then what happen, you have to repeat the process again. Why? Because it might be possible that you have removed one bottleneck activity, but after removal of that bottleneck activity, some other bottleneck activity may arise in your organization. Now tell me whether it is clear. Please tell me it is clear or not. Yes or no? Say yes or no. Is it clear? Okay, there is a doubt from Ambika. Ma'am, even if resources limited in. Yes, see, we can use this concept in our value chain analysis. See, you have studied this concept in your traditional cost management, but we can use this in our strategic cost management. How we can use in our strategic cost management? For example, we know that in our strategic cost management, we have chain of activity, and we know that in any activity, any place, our resources is limited. We can improve that place. Okay, and we know that if we improve any of the process, it might be possible some other bottleneck activity in the organization may arise, then we will improve that also. Then this is a process, it's a continuous process. In this way we keep on improving our entire process of the organization. In this way we keep on improving the entire system of the organization. Okay, so now it can be a part of continuous improvement. We can use this concept in our strategic cost management, the value chain, where we have studied about various activity in the business organization. We can apply this concept there. Okay, the process we have in the organization, entire process of the organization, yes, we can apply it. Okay, is there any other doubt? Is there any other question? Okay, one more question. Yes, ma'am. Okay, is this clear? Let me read the point which we have in our book. So I hope you understand that it's an iterative process. It's an iterative process. I need a place to draw something. Okay, this is like something like this. Let me draw this. So you can see, this is my place. This is my process. For example, I will put my raw material here, and this place I will get my finished good. Okay. So you can see that we have a bottleneck activity, means limited resources at this place. Okay, and if we somehow manage to improve this place, okay, either by improving the machine or providing training to our employee or any other way, if we improve our resources at this place, then what happened, this place will become broader. Okay, and it will increase the production of our output. But yes, once we improve any of the bottleneck activity, after removal of this new bottleneck activity will arise in the organization. Once I will somehow manage to improve this bottleneck activity, this bottleneck activity will arise in the organization. Okay, these are the bottleneck activity, and this is the non bottleneck activity. Okay, so you can imagine in this way that if you improve any of your bottleneck activity in the organization, it might be possible that some other bottleneck activity in the organization might arise. And if you improve that bottleneck activity, then some other bottleneck activity might arise. So it's an iterative process. So I hope you understand why this process. We have to repeat this process. Okay. So let us read these 5 points. Identify the system bottleneck, identification of constraint. Find the place where your resources are limited. okay, which are restricting your output, the place which are restricting the production of your output. For example, in this image, this place is restricting the production of output, okay, because your resources are limited at this place, so this place is restricting your output. So first step is to find out such place where your resources are limited. Okay, then try to find out the way to expand this place, to increase the resources at this place. Okay, describe how to exploit this bottleneck activity. Ensure, first you ensure that this place, you are using this place 100%, okay, efficiently. You are using this place efficiently, you are using this place 100%. Okay, then subordinate all your decision related to whatever decision you want to take for your organization, you should consider this bottleneck activity. Okay, okay. Then you should try to find out the way to improve this place. Okay, for example, evaluate the performance of the constraint and then find the way to improve this place. How to improve? Replace the machine. If the machine at this place is slow, replace that machine with the high speed, fast speed machines. Okay, if the worker are slow at this place, train them, provide them proper training in order to increase their efficiency. You know that learning curve, labor is inefficient initially, and gradually the labor learn that work and he become efficient. So if the worker is slow, if the labor is slow, provide them proper training in order to improve. Okay, so this is what we can do more. Design your product, your design, do something like something which improve your resource at this place. Okay, so you will evaluate the performance at this place, and you will, what you will do, you will try to find out the way to increase the resources at this place. And if you will manage to increase the resources at this place, this bottleneck activity will remove itself. But once any of the bottleneck activity will remove, some other new bottleneck activity might arise in the organization. So that is why it's a repetitive process. Okay, I hope you understand why is this process is a repetitive process. You can ask me a query as well. Okay, anything which you want to ask me. There is a student taken from Ahmedabad. He asked me a good question. I will take your question. Okay. Yeah, I'm receiving all the query. It helps in reducing our, yes, very good. It helps us to reduce our costs. Yes, if my labor become efficient, if my machine has improved, I'm using my resources in best possible manner, I can increase my output. Okay, this will also help me to reduce my costs in some way. Okay, I have not missed business excellence model. I will teach you. Don't worry about any topic. Okay. Don't worry about the presentation. I will provide the presentation, okay? Because previously I've already used the same presentation. So don't worry about that. We will provide you the presentation also, okay? Okay, there is a question, how Kalyani from Thane, she's asking me, ma'am, how to identify bottleneck activity. See, if you will understand the entire process of the organization, you will ultimately find the place where your resources is limited, and because of which that limited resources is reducing the production, is reducing your output. Okay, you will find it. Okay, whenever you can find the same thing in your question also. Okay, any place where your resource is limited, because of which your output is reducing. Okay, so the place where the resources is limited will reduce the output. Okay, and that place is bottleneck activity. So we can find it, it's very easy. If you understand the entire process of the business organization, all information if you have about the business organization, you can easily identify this bottleneck activity. Okay, there is place where your resources limited, you can easily identify it. Okay, now the topic is throughput accounting. It is related to theory of constraint. What is throughput accounting? Throughput accounting was created from theory of constraint. Okay, we will study a ratio at this place, throughput accounting ratio. What is this throughput accounting ratio? We will find the throughput contribution per bottleneck minute and factory cost per bottleneck minute. Matlab, What will we consider? We will consider here contribution upon cost. What is this contribution? This contribution is related to the place where your resources is limited. Okay, this contribution will be related to the place where your resources is limited. Okay, with what cost you are. So what do you mean by throughput accounting ratio, ma'am? It means that what contribution you are getting with the cost at this place. Okay, at bottleneck place or the place where the resources is limited, the place where resources is limited or the place which is bottleneck, they are same. Okay, so what contribution you are getting having some cost, out of this cost what contribution you are getting is throughput accounting ratio. Okay, if you want me to explain at this place, let me explain this. We know this place is a bottleneck activity, so at this place what is my contribution, and for earning this contribution what the cost I'm incurring, this is my throughput accounting ratio. I hope you understand this. It's clear to all of you. You can ask me any question. We will take a question related to this. See, you are asking me, ma'am, when optimality is reached. See, we are not focusing on achieving optimality. In fact, we are trying to improve that place. Optimum means we are using our resources in best possible manner. But here, what is happening? We are not just focusing on improving. We are not just focusing on using the resources in best possible manner, but we are also trying to improve the resources in order to increase the output. See, there are two problems. One problem is that we have limited resources. Resources are limited. So what can we do? We can use our resources at this place in best possible manner, optimum. Okay, we want to use our resources in best possible manner because the resources are limited. But now what we are studying here, a new topic, what we are studying is that the place where your resources is limited, try to improve that place and use that place in best possible manner. Improve this place. Okay, increase your resources at this place so that this place will no more become a bottleneck activity. Okay, improve this place. Okay, I hope you understand. We have a new concept. We have a question related to this. Do you want me to discuss the question right now or at the end of the session? Tell me. You want to discuss me the question right now or at the end of the session? We have a question related to this topic. Two questions. Tell me now or at the end of the session related to this topic. Okay, let's do this question. We have a question. Okay, I think this question is very easy to all of you. Why this question is so easy? Because I think you have done same question in your CA inter also. Okay, so this question is very easy, but let's do this question. I'm giving you time to read and do this question. Okay, read this question and do this question. Okay, you want me to discuss now? We are discussing now. Okay. Please read this question. Okay, this question, We have a company, H Limited, which manufacture 3 different products. This company manufacture product X, product Y, and product Z. Okay, we have given the selling price of these product. We have given the material and variable cost. So with the help of material and variable cost, we can easily find the contribution at these places. Okay, so you can easily find the contribution. We can easily find the contribution per unit at these places. These all information are related to per unit. So after subtracting these selling price minus variable cost, you can get contribution per unit. Okay, give me the answer. What is the contribution of product X? What is the contribution of product Y? What is the contribution of product Z? Can you give me the answer? I think the contribution per unit at this place is 42. The contribution at this place is 45. And the contribution at this place is 50. Okay. This is the contribution which we have. Okay. Now in the question, it is mentioned that budgeted factory cost for the period is this. This is the budgeted factory cost. And they have given you the bottleneck resource time available is this. Okay, so you have limited resource time, which is 75,120 minutes per period. Okay, so this is our limited time which we have. Now what is the requirement of the question? Company adopted throughput accounting. Company has adopted TA, and products are ranked according to the product return per minute. So we have to find this product return, the return which we are getting on each product. Okay, and then we have to select the highest rank. I hope this is very easy for you to do. Okay, so what can you do here? You can easily find the contribution and then you can rank them. Okay, let me do this question. Let us do this question. It's very easy to do since it is mentioned in the question. We have to calculate throughput accounting. We have to calculate the product return per minute and then we have to rank them. Means simple, we have to calculate the contribution per unit and then we have to rank them. Okay, so let us do this. Solution. Solution. Calculation of rank according to product return per minute. Okay, particulars. Product X, product Y, product Z. We have given selling price per unit, which is 66, 75, and 90. It is mentioned. Okay, 66, 75, 90. And variable cost is 24, 30, and 40. Okay, so variable cost is 24, 30, and 40. So we can easily find the contribution at this place. Contribution is 42, 45, and 50. Okay. Now at these place, our resource time bottleneck is 15 for product X, 15 for product Y, and 20 for product Z. These are our resources which we have. Okay, the limited resources for producing product X, the limited resource for producing product Y, and the limited resource for producing product Z per unit. Okay, the time we have, minute per unit we have 15, 15, 20. So the contribution per minute we have what can you do? You can divide them and you can get the value 2.8, 3 and 2.5. So in this case, you can see that if you will produce product Y, you will get maximum contribution. Then after production of Y, you should go for the production of product Z. And then at the last, you should produce the product Z. Why are we producing product Y first? Because in product Y, we are getting high contribution with less use of resources. Okay, we are using our resources less in product Y and we are getting high contribution. Then in case of X, we are using our resources little more than product Y and the contribution is comparatively less. So in this way, we can rank them. Okay, we can rank them. Now the next question is calculate the TA ratio, throughput accounting ratio. So what is throughput accounting ratio? We have already studied about the throughput accounting ratio, that throughput accounting ratio is nothing but throughput per bottleneck minute, throughput per bottleneck minute and factory cost per bottleneck minute. Means the place where your resources is limited, so you will take the contribution and the cost. Okay, and in this way you can calculate this TA ratio. Let us do this. Ranking based on TA ratio. Okay, so we have contribution per minute at this place. The contribution per minute what we have for product X, Y, Z. Contribution per minute is, we have calculated in first part of the question 2.8, 3 and 2.5. This is what we have calculated. Okay, now next is what we will consider: the contribution per minute. Okay, throughput per bottleneck minute, contribution per minute, bottleneck minutes. Okay, then factory cost per bottleneck minute. In this case, it is mentioned that the factory cost is this and the bottleneck, the resource, limited resource is this. So with the help of this, we can calculate factory cost per bottleneck minute. Okay, factory cost is what? 221,600, 221,600, and factory cost is this, and minutes we have, time we have 75,120. The bottleneck time we have 75,120. The bottleneck time we have is this. So in this way, factory cost per bottleneck minute is what? 2.95, 2.95, 2.95. Okay, so we have calculated this throughput, means contribution per bottleneck minute, and factory cost per bottleneck minute, and we will divide them. Okay, and we will get TA ratio. TA ratio is 0.95 at this place, 1.02 at this place, and 0.85 at this place. So this will get highest. Y will get highest rank, then this, and then this. So according to this, The organization should produce product Y first. Okay. If we have limited resources, the organization should produce product Y first. Okay. Now, this was an easy question. One more question. Let us do this question also. And in this question, I'm expecting all of you to apply your brain and give me the answer. Okay. Read this question. Wait. Read this question. Read this question. Read this question. So let us understand this question, okay? I'm trying to make you understand this question. This question is related to theory of constraint. Let me see your query also. Okay, we have a company, Z Plus Security Manufacturer. Okay, and they are manufacturing surveillance camera. Surveillance camera. Okay, you people are giving me answer also, and there is query also. Let me take your query first. Very good question from Aman, and he is from where? I don't know the place. Aman, you asked me very good question. Aman is asking me, ma'am, what if the cost of improvement in bottleneck activity is too high that it reduces the profit significantly or even loss? In such case, we don't need to improve that bottleneck process because we ultimately we want to improve our profitability. But yes, always remember, whenever you want to take decision related to business, always consider long term impact. If it is good for long term impact, improving the bottleneck resources, even if you presently you are incurring high cost and because of which you are having losses, but in long term it will give you profit, then it's good for us. So always remember, whenever you are writing the answer, write diplomatic answer. Don't write straight away, no, this is not a good proposal, or yeah, this is a very good proposal. You can think that there are two pictures, right? There are two way of every question now, so you can write it in diplomatic way. You can write the answer in diplomatic way because both thing is possible, both situation is possible. Okay, so if you are saying that in order to improve the resources for improving any bottleneck activity, his question is that if what ma'am, if in case of bottleneck activity, what in case of bottleneck activity, we I want to improve this place, but if I am improving this place, the cost is very high. The cost is so high that even it is reducing my entire profit, or not just improving the profit, but the organization is having losses. Then what happened in such case? Do we go for improving the bottleneck activity? Do we go for this? So in this case, I will say, consider one thing. Don't write your answer straight away. No, this is not a good proposal. I will say, if you will write it in this way, then you are just considering the financial term. And we have already discussed this, that whenever you want to write the answer, consider financial and non-financial and short term and long term. Consider all these things. Now see, I will write the answer in diplomatic way. How? I will say that yes, if the cost at bottleneck activity, cost of improving the bottleneck activity is more, so much that it is reducing my profit and loss, I will say not a good proposal. I will say financially not good, not good. But I will see whether this will help me to improve the long term profitability of the organization, then it is good. Because we have studied that even if we are incurring loss at short term, but that loss will help us to earn profit in long term, then go for this. Okay, go for such proposal. You can write it in this way. Also, you will also consider the non financial factors, like if improving this resource will help me to improve the goodwill, brand name, customer loyalty, then go for this. So always you can see that your answer is written, none of the answer is written straight away. The answer is already written in diplomatic way. So you should consider that also, and you should write the answer accordingly. I hope you got my point. You asked me a very good question, Aman. Very good question. See, throughput will include everything. The resources limited. I'm using the word resources, and I have just given you example of machine and labor. But you can use other resources also. Okay. There is a question: how can we apply this throughput in service sector? See, machine are not working there, but yes, labor are working in service sector, so you can improve the performance of your labor. Okay, wherever there is improvement, wherever the resources are limited and there are chances of improvement, you can apply this concept. Okay, Aman asked me very good question, and you people can also ask me question. I think I have answered all the query. Now let us do this question. See, Ambika is asking me, ma'am, whether the material cost will include variable cost. See, I will say variable cost will include the material cost. Okay. Now let us do this question. Let us first understand this question, then let us do this question. We have a company, Z Plus Security, which manufactures surveillance camera. This company is manufacturing surveillance camera equipment that are sold at various office establishment. Okay, their customer are various office establishment. These office establishment are their customer. The seller is Z Plus, and the product which they are selling is this. Okay, the seller is Z Plus, customer is various office establishment, and they are producing surveillance camera equipment. So the product is surveillance camera equipment. The firm also install equipment at the client place to ensure that they work properly. So they just don't produce, they just don't manufacture the camera, but they do the installation also. Okay, they are not just producing the camera, but they are doing the installation also. Okay, now what else is given? They're saying that the firm, they're saying that camera is sold. The selling price of the camera per camera is 2500. Okay, per unit. Selling price per unit is 2500. Direct material cost of each camera is the only variable cost. Now they are saying what we do generally, we will consider the variable cost and then we will find the contribution. This is what happened. Okay, but they are saying that their variable cost is only material. Okay, they are using only material is their only variable cost, none other variable cost. So I can say that in variable cost I can consider the cost of material, which is 1000, per unit. So in this way, I can get the contribution as 1500 from each camera. So the company is having a contribution from each camera is 1500. Okay, 1500 per unit is the contribution from each camera. Okay, now all other costs are fixed. Apart from this 1000, all other costs are fixed cost. Okay, below is the information which we have, which is related to manufacturing and installation. Now see their capacity. They are talking about the capacity, and in next line they are talking about the actual production. Okay, so the capacity of the company to manufacture the capacity of the company to manufacture the camera is 750. Okay, while the installation capacity is just 500. And right now, what is happening in the company? The company is manufacturing 500 camera and they are installing these 500 camera. Okay, right now the company is manufacturing 500 camera and they are installing this 500 camera. While their capacity is this, they can increase the production also. They have option to increase the production. Okay, now see. Question, let us read the question, the requirement of the question. The questions below are separate. These parts are separate to each other. First question, identify the bottleneck in the operation cycle of ZPS. Okay, identify the bottleneck in the operation cycle that ZPS should focus on improving. Give reason of your answer. Now, can you give me the bottleneck place they have? Give me the answer. I'm waiting for your answer. Give me the answer, the bottleneck resource, the place where they have limited resources. Can you give me? I'm waiting for all of you to tell me the place, either which place have limited resources, manufacturing or installation. Which process have limited resources? Can you give me the answer? I'm waiting for your answer. Installation. Yes, Kunal. Kunal is saying, ma'am, installation have limited resources. See, it is given here. It is given here. Capacity to manufacture is 750. Their capacity that they can manufacture 750. But their capacity of installation is just 500. Means they cannot install more than 500 camera. They cannot install more than 500 camera. It means that installation is bottleneck. Why installation is bottleneck? Because this is their capacity. They cannot increase the installation beyond 500. So 500 is the place where the organization have limited resources. Okay, so you can say the bottleneck place is installation. Why installation is a bottleneck place? Because the organization cannot increase beyond 500. The organization cannot install beyond 500 camera. They cannot install more than 500 camera. So this is the bottleneck place. They cannot install more than 500 camera. This is the bottleneck place. Okay, I hope you got this point. We can see the answer also. ZPS should focus on improving the installation process. And so if the organization want to improve its profitability, we know that they can increase the manufacturing. Okay, they can produce more camera because they have capacity of 750. Now right now they are producing just 500, but they can increase it to 750. But since this is the bottleneck place, we should try to improve this process. Means we should try to introduce something with the help of which the company can install more camera. Right now the company can maximum install 500 camera, but we should try to find out the way to increase the installation, number of camera installation. We should try to find out the way to increase the number of camera installation. Okay, in this way the bottleneck activity can be improved. Okay, I hope you got this point. Now the next point. Next point is, let us read the next point. saying that an improvement in installation technique could be increase the number of installation to 550. Right now, what happened? Right now, at present, they have situation of installation of 500 camera. Okay, they can maximum install 500 camera. Now, this is the bottleneck place. Installation is the bottleneck place. Now the organization is trying to improve this bottleneck activity, and they are saying that they have increased this bottleneck activity. Now the organization can install 550 camera. Okay, and they are saying that, however, for increasing this installation, for increasing this bottleneck, for improving this bottleneck activity, means for increasing the installation, you have to incur extra cost of 40,000. Okay, I hope you got this point. You know that if you want to improve your bottleneck activity, for example, I want to somewhere my process is slow. If I want to improve the training for my employee so that they can increase efficiently, training I need cost. Or I want to replace the machine because the machine are slow, because of which my production is slow. Okay, and it result in bottleneck activity. So I want to improve my machine, so I want to replace the machine, so that will again require a cost. So in this way, here the maximum capacity of installation at present, the maximum installation company can do is 500 camera. And if the company wants to improve this, means the company wants to install more camera, for that they need to incur some cost. For increasing the installation, they need to incur some cost. Now they are asking you advise whether the organization should implement this technique or not, whether the organization should improve their installation place, the resources at installation place or not. More questions. Very good. You people are asking me questions. Okay, now they're asking you whether the organization should improve the resources at the place of installation or not. See, after this improvement, the sale has increased by 50 camera. The organization can sell more 50 camera. So the contribution has increased. Contribution from increase sale is what? 50. Now the company can sell additional 50 camera, and the contribution earned by the company on each camera is 1500. You know the selling price is 2500 and the variable cost is 1000. So the contribution on each camera is 1500. Okay, on each camera the organization is having 1500 contribution. So on increased sale 50 units, the organization can have what? Can you give me this value? I think this is 75,000. Okay, the contribution from the increased sale is this, and the cost incur to improve bottleneck activity. Bottleneck is what? 40,000. So now the net benefit for the company, net benefit for the company is what? 25, 35, 35. So tell me whether the organization should go for this plan or not, whether the organization should increase the installation by incurring this 40,000 cost. The organization should go for this plan or not. Tell me. I'm waiting for you to reply me whether the organization should go for this plan or not. ठीक है. Kunal is giving right answer. Very good. I got answer from Raghuram from Nillor. Very good. Very good. I think you got the point how to solve this question. Okay, there is a query. Acha, I hope you got this point. But one of the student is asking me, ma'am, don't you think that manufacturing place is a bottleneck activity? This is the bottleneck. Why is this bottleneck? Tell me. You can see, you can see in this question, capacity. Capacity means what? Maximum unit you can produce. Maximum unit you can produce. You can see here that in the place of manufacturing, maximum unit you can manufacture is 750 unit. However, at the place of installation, you can install only 500 camera. It means that your resources are limited at this place. Okay, might be you don't have enough labor, those who can help in installation. Okay, might be you don't have enough expert who can help the installation process. So your maximum unit which you can install is this, which is less than the maximum camera you can manufacture. Your resources are enough at this place, that is why you can produce more, while your resources are limited at this place, that is why you can install less camera. So this is the bottleneck place. You can install less camera, so installation is your bottleneck place. Okay, I hope you got this point. This query was asked by, who asked me this query? Nevithitha. I don't know the, I think I'm not pronouncing the name correctly. Okay, this was a query and I hope you got this point. Tell me whether you got this point or not. Okay. Now you are saying, ma'am, this is a good proposal. We should go for this. Okay. Now always remember before answering that we are not just considering the financial but non-financial term also, if given in the question, as well as short term and long term. Okay. If given in the question, always consider financially this proposal is good, but non-financially also this is good. Why? Because now the organization resources has improved. If you will improve your resources, this will help you in long run to produce more and to sell more and to capture more market, to attract more customer. Okay, so this is in both way, financially and non-financially, both way it is good. In short term it is giving net profit, and since you are improving your resources, if you will improve the resources in your organization, it will help you in long term also. So it is good in all way. Now let us consider the third part. In third part, they're asking, engineers have identified the way to improve the manufacturing technique that would increase the production by 150 camera. 150 camera, this would involve cost of 100 per unit. Due to necessary change to made the indirect material, advise whether they should implement this technique or not. Now tell me, they are saying that right now they are manufacturing this company right now manufacturing 500 unit. Okay, but the company can increase the production to 150 more units. Means now the organization can produce 650 units. Okay, tell me whether, and for this they are incurring additional cost also. Now tell me, the organization can produce more camera. Right now they are manufacturing just 500 camera and they can produce more camera. Tell me whether the organization should improve their resources at this place in order to increase the production or not. Whether the third portion of the question is acceptable or not, whether the organization should produce more camera, manufacture more camera or not, 150 more camera. Tell me yes or no, quickly. Yes or no, quickly. Whether the organization should manufacture more camera or not. Tell me quickly. Whether the organization should manufacture more camera or not. Whether the organization should manufacture more camera or not, please tell me. No answer. I think there is some delay in receiving your answer. There is some delay. No, not acceptable. Okay, I got the answer from Chavi. Chavi from Haryana. And Raghuram from Nellore, he's saying something, ma'am, company should not produce 150 camera units because it is not subordinate to bottleneck operation. Okay, yes, right answer. See, you can see, even if this is a non-bottleneck activity, actually in this process, this is a bottleneck and this is a non-bottleneck activity. Okay, this is a bottleneck and this is a non-bottleneck activity. So what we have studied that if you will waste your resources in non-bottleneck activity, it's of no use because ultimately your production will get slowed down at this place. So even if you can produce more camera, means 150 more camera, previously you were manufacturing just 500 camera, now you can increase your production and you can produce 650 camera, but your installation capacity is same now. You cannot install more than 500 camera, your capacity is 500 camera. So uh, so the production more than 500 will compile up. Okay, this will be overproduction. If you will produce more 150 camera, it will become an overproduced product. Okay, it will compile in the organization this finished product, and what happened, it will again result in a kind of waste. It's of no use. Producing this extra unit is of no use because our resources are limited at the place of installation. We cannot install more than 500 cameras, so it's of no use to produce more than 500 camera. It's of no use to produce 650 camera. I hope you got this. Okay, tell me whether you got this point or not. Say yes or no. Very good. Ambika. Kunal is saying, Kunal and Aman. This is from Aman. Considering the non-financial factor, this is acceptable. No, Aman. Okay, Aman is saying, ma'am, if we consider the non-financial factor, this is acceptable. How is this acceptable? Even if you are considering the non-financial factors, non-financial means something that will help you to increase the customer loyalty or goodwill or brand name or something like that. But since you cannot increase the installation beyond 500, you are producing 650 camera, but you cannot install more than 500 camera, then it's of no use to increase your resources at this place. What is the use of increasing your resources? Wasting your money at this place is of no use because you cannot install more than this camera. So this is what we have already studied, that we should invest our money. We should invest our money at the place of bottleneck activity. We should try to improve the bottleneck activity, not the non-bottleneck activity. It's of no use to waste your resources at non-bottleneck activity. See, this is what we have studied at this place. You can see here. An hour lost in bottleneck activity is an hour lost for the total system. If you will waste any of your time or resources at the bottleneck activity, your entire production will go waste. However, if you will save any of your time in non-bottleneck activity, it's of no use. So if you are improving the resources of non-bottleneck activity, means at this place it's of no use. Okay, this will not going to help you because your resources is limited at this place. Your ultimately your output will get reduced at this place, and your production will get piled up in front of the slow machines or slow process. Okay, and this will nothing but a waste. This will be a kind of seven deadly waste, and we should try to avoid such conditions. So even non-financial, if even if we will consider the non-financial or long-term perspective, this is not good proposal. Okay, I hope you got this point. Okay, now the next topic, supply chain management, and after this we will cover business excellence model. Okay, we will cover that. No, don't worry about this. Okay, I will cover all the topic. Now let us understand the supply chain management. See, we have studied about value chain analysis. You have studied that value chain is a chain of value added activity. Product passes through these activity, gaining value at each stage. Okay, so you will see that this is somehow similar to value chain, and while you are reading, while you are understanding the supply chain management, you will get somehow confused between the value chain and supply chain. So let us understand this concept carefully. What is supply chain? This is a chain, again, like value chain, it's a chain of activity. This is a chain. Okay, in this chain, what happened, we will try to serve our customer, and all the activities here are either interdependent or linked to each other, like we have studied in value chain also, same thing. Okay, but in value chain, our focus is on improving the value. Okay, improving the value at each stage. Our focus was to improve the value at each stage, while in supply chain we are focusing on serving the customer. Okay, remember, our focus is to serve the customer. This is the only difference which I think is there between supply chain and value chain. In entire value chain analysis, you can see the same process in value chain. You inbound means buying the raw material from the supplier, then operation means manufacturing, then outbound means distribution, then marketing and sale, then after sale services. You can see the same process in value chain. But in value chain, what we do, we try to add value at each process, at each activity we try to create value. Okay, while in value chain analysis, our entire chain, the focus of entire chain is to serve the customer. This entire chain is focused on serving the customer. That's it. Okay, now this chain is again consist of supplier. Okay, the supplier, those who supply the raw material, then the producer, the manufacturer, those who convert the raw material into finished good. Then there is one more process of warehousing, which we have not drawn here. Warehousing, then we can store the finished good in warehouse, then we can distribute that to the distributors, then it will reach to retailers, then to the customer. Okay, so this is a supply chain management. Now let me discuss this topic. Why is to study the supply chain is so much important? Ma'am, we are studying costing. Why is this so important? This is very important concept for framing the strategy of business organization. Okay, in between you can ask me your query also. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, you got it. Very good. Now, why are we studying the supply chain? What is the importance of studying the supply chain? See, I'm giving you an example. This is an accident happened after Second World War. What happened? In after Second World War, just before independence, 1943, in Bengal, 2 to 3 million people died. You can search this thing, Bengal famine, on internet, on Google. You can find this about this accident which happened in India, in Asia. What happened at that time? 2 to 3 people died because of starving. They didn't get food. Because of this, the people died in India. And what happened? At that time, we had enough food in our country. Enough food. Then how is it possible that in the country people have enough food, but still at some place of the country people died? 2 to 3 million people died. This actually happened after Second World War. Okay. And you know what is the reason for this so many death in Bengal famine? So many death. What was the reason? Enough food. People have enough food. But what happened? Because of Second World War, the supply chain get disrupted. Supply chain get disrupted, and because of which people in the same country, there was some place where people didn't get food and they died. because of starving. Okay, this actually happened. And this was the reason when this lockdown happened in India after COVID-19. We all know that we were packed in our house for 2 months. Okay, the government was people were very scared. The government was very scared that the similar event might happen in our country if the supply chain will get disrupted. Though nowadays it's not very easy to disrupt the supply chain because we have advanced technology as compared to 1943. Now we have more advanced technology, the more better connectivity through transportation. Okay, communication speed is high, everything is good as compared to 1943. But still, the government had fear in their mind of disrupting the supply chain. Okay, so after COVID-19, you all know that the migrant labor, they start shifting themselves from Mumbai to their own villages, from Delhi to their own villages, means the place where they were working, and they start migrating to their villages. Okay, and there were we have all witnessed this, that there were a struggle between the central government and state government. They don't want to keep the burden of these labors, and central government, they want these people to stay at the place where they were working. Okay, now what was the fear in the mind of the central government what was that whether this might disrupt the supply chain. Okay, and if the supply chain will get disrupted, it somehow will impact the business organization and the economy of the country. Okay, and ultimately, if the economy will get disrupted in anyhow, it will affect each and everyone. Okay, even us. So don't just think about the disease or COVID-19, think about the economy also. Okay, so this is what happened, and I have an example also, that how this has affected business organization, whether this has actually affected the supply chain or business organization or not. Yes, this has affected the business organization, this has affected the supply chain. Can you give me example, ma'am? Yes, I have a live example with me, that I after this COVID-19, I don't go for shopping in any mall or any market. Whatever I want to buy, I purchase that product through online medium. Okay, I bought whatever I want, whatever the requirement I have, I generally prefer to buy online. Okay, but what happened initially, I purchased my lens because my contact lens got broken during this COVID-19. I purchased my lens, and it took around more than 25 days to get the delivery of the product. Even I purchased some clothes from Pantaloons, and they took more than 25 days to deliver the product to me. Generally, whenever you ordered some product online, you receive that product within 7-8 working days, not more than that. But at that time, they give me a disclaimer that because of COVID-19, the adverse impact of COVID-19, um, they cannot deliver my product on time. So this was an example that yes, this COVID-19, the migration of the labor, uh, might somehow affected the supply chain of our country. Okay, somehow. Okay, supply chain is not so good, not so great. Even one more example, whenever we go for any grievance, any complaint to this company, Pantaloons is a very good company. This is a company of Tata. Okay, Tata company. So whenever if you go for any grievance, any complaint, they listen to you very carefully and they respond quickly to the customer complaint. Okay, but that time what happened, you called, but none of the people were there to receive your call, to receive your complaint. People were not there. It means that they have some sort of labor or some sort of employee at their place. Okay, and that is why their process get delayed, their customer service get delayed, or they were not providing so great customer services. So this is just an example, that this is an example, a very good example, that how external environment affected our business organization, how the business environment, this COVID-19 and uncertainty, how this has affected the supply chain of the business organization. And supply chain is very important for keeping up a business in updated and matlab means uh, doing it help us to do our business in better way. Okay, I will not give you this example because the condition now has changed, so I will not give this example. But yes, previously I have taken the example of this also. Okay, but not now. Now, what is the benefit of supply chain? What is the benefit of managing the supply chain? You know that management of supply chain is very important because in 1943, Bengal famine, millions of people died just because the supply chain was broken. Okay, so maintaining the supply chain is a challenge and it's very important. And it was a challenge during COVID-19 lockdown. Okay, and the government, the central government, were very cautious that it might affect the business organization, entire business organization. And you know that the business organization are somehow every business organization are linked to each other. Okay, so what are the benefit of supply chain? If you will manage the supply chain perfectly, then this will help you to reduce the inventory. You know that if you will pile up the inventory, if you will accumulate the inventory, this will result in cost. Okay, then personal reduction, okay, means the labor cost. This will help you to reduce the labor cost. Okay, then this will help you to improve the production of your business organization. Your efficiency will improve, your production will improve. Okay, this will help in um, order management improvement. Okay, and many other way this help your business organization, improve the process of the business organization, customer responsive. You will understand this point later on, so I think I should explain this later on. Okay, I will explain this point later on. I want to explain some more point which is important, and then we will understand this point again. Okay, now let us understand there are global supply chain forum where we will study about 8 supply chain management. There are some ways with the help of which we can manage our supply chain. Okay, and we have eight supply chain management process. These are 8 supply chain management process which we will study right now. Okay, this is related to um, this is related to customer relationship management. This is related to customer service management, supplier relationship management, demand management, order fulfillment, manufacturing flow management, product development, return management, all these things. Okay. Uh, I the supply chain. Okay, 8 point we will consider for managing the supply chain. Okay, customer relationship management. Customer relationship management. See, in entire supply chain, managing the relationship with the customer is very important. See, managing not just with the relationship with not just with the customer but everyone. We have a very beautiful line here. If you can read these points, these lines: you don't build a business, you build people, and then people build the business for you. Okay, very good line, very beautiful line here, which is related to business. Every business organization grows with the help of the people. You cannot grow your business at your own. Okay, you need people to grow your business, you need employee to grow your business, you need customer to grow your business, you need supplier to grow your business. So making relationship with everyone is very important. Making good relationship between the employees, those who are working in the organization, means teamwork is important. Making good relation with the supplier, those who are supplying you raw material, is very important. Making good relationship with the customer is very important. So relationship is very important, because these relationship will help you. The people, those who will connect with you, these people will help you, the society will help you, the all stakeholders will help you to grow your business. Okay, so you don't build your business, you build people, build the people, build relationship with the people, build relationship with everyone around you, and those people will help you to grow. And this is not just applicable in case of business, this is applicable in your personal life also. If you make good relationship with everyone, those people will help you to grow in somehow, in some way they will help you to grow. So making good relationship with the people around you is very important. Similarly, for the organization, making good relationship with everyone around you is very important. Okay, these people will help you to grow. So that is why we will study about customer relationship management, we will study about the supplier relationship management, we will study about teamwork, and many more things. Okay, see, these are small things which we are studying here, but these small things will help the organization to improve a lot. Okay, very small points which we generally ignore. We sometimes feel that these points will not matter a lot, but these small points will help us to improve a lot. Okay, now first point, this point is related to customer relationship management. Okay, so this point is related to customer relationship management. Wait. You can ask me your query as well. Mute, okay. So customer relationship means your customer is very important for you. And first point is to keep their data. Keeping the data of your customer is very important. Okay, keeping the data of your customer is very important. Now, how? See, this data is nothing but an intangible asset for you. Intangible asset. Data of your customer. Data of your customer is an asset, intangible asset. Wow. It means that it is very important to keep the data. Okay, so you can see, I'm just giving you an example. Again, the example of Reliance Store and pantaloons or lifestyle or West Side. Okay, now see, for keeping the data, for taking the phone number of the customer, or for taking the, or one more, lens card, for taking the number of the customer whenever you go at the place where you are paying the money. Okay, the reception, the place where you pay the money, what happened, they ask you to provide your number, and sometimes people don't want to give their number, they don't want to receive such calls, so people generally avoid. I don't want to give my number, please take the money and give my product. Sometimes this happen, but what they say that, ma'am, we have a card, pantaloons card, I have pantaloons card, I have Reliance card, I have lifestyle card, West Side card, all kind of card. Okay, so why do they do these things, means they provide you card and they say, ma'am, if you will shopping with us again, you will get some point, these point will collect it in your number, the contact number which you are providing, and you can redeem that point later on. Okay, and in case if you have your birthday, we will give you some extra discount like 20%, 25%. or if you will increase your shopping with this limit, we will give you this much discount. And this ways they give some kind of offers. But why are they doing so? Why are they providing that card and all these things? Because they want somehow to get the number of the customer. Okay, they want to collect the data of the customer, they want to uh, maintain the data of the customer, and that is why they somehow do adopt such technique in order to get the number of the customer. Okay, now once they get the data of the customer, they try to create personal relationship with the customer. How they create the personal relationship? Like, for example, Pantaloons has taken my number, Lenscard has taken my number and email ID. Okay, number and email ID, Pantaloons, lifestyle, west side, Lenscard, everyone. Okay, now what happened? Diwali, they celebrate me, they wish me Diwali, oh happy Diwali ma'am, and we have a discount, we have offer like this. Okay, then some other festival will come, they will call me, they will message me that ma'am, we have this festival and we have this discount. So, and in case if there is my birthday, for example, my bank, they wish me every year, they wish me my birthday, and some other company, they wish me my birthday, those who have my contact, my birthday details. Okay, they wish me my birthday. Why are they doing so? Why are they wishing me my birthday? They are just trying to build a relationship with me, means they are trying to build relationship with their customer, and building this relationship is very important. Okay, whenever I want to do shopping, first name will come in my mind, oh, the brand which create better relationship with me. Okay, so they focus on creating this relationship with their customer, they care for their customer, means if you have any complaint, they listen to you very carefully and they try to resolve your complaint, whatever complaint you have. Okay, so creating care for your customer is very important. If there is any grievance, any kind of complaint from your customer side, deal with that. Okay, because you know, one angry customer, one customer, if one customer will go, he will take your 10 more customer, because he will spread a negative publicity about you. Oh, this brand is not good. Okay, so if one customer will go, he will take 10 more customer from you, and if one customer will come to you, he will bring you more customer. So maintaining the relationship with the customer, keeping the customer happy is very important for any organization. So I hope you understand that maintaining good relationship with the customer is very important for any business organization. Okay, I hope you got this point. Is there any doubt? You can ask me a query as well. Okay, Aditya is saying that, ma'am, Aditya, what's your name? Okay. Sumit from Jaipur, he's saying that, ma'am, Pantaloons is a brand of Aditya Birla Fashion. Okay, I'll do research on this. Okay, I will find this. And he's saying that it's not related to Tata, it is related to Aditya Birla Fashion. Okay, I'll clear this. Okay, I'll read about it. Okay, now the next point. Customer service management. Now, this point is related to managing the good relationship with the customer, providing good services to the customer. Okay. So for this, I have some example. And most of the example are not related to Indian brand. Okay, most of the examples are related to foreign brand. Because why foreign brand? Because I have seen that most of the customer related services are good in foreign brand, and Indians just they copy them. Okay, they don't create their own strategy, they just copy them. So I'm not taking example of Indian brand. Okay, first example is Zappos. So Zappos is US brand company. Okay, Zappo is a US brand company, and you can see this company is known for the best customer services. Okay, this company is known for best customer services. Wait, let me do something. Wait. I think there is some problem. Give me 2 minutes. Okay, Zapo, you can search this name in internet, and they provide excellent customer services. They care for their customers so much that even for every customer they write such kind of messages with their own handwriting, personal message for their customer. They write personal message for their customer in order to build relationship with their customer. Okay, such kind of personal touch they give to their personal touch to their customer. One more example. This was like a record. Okay, what, whenever you call to a customer care service for any brand, how long they attend your call? 1 hour, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 2 hour, how long they attend your call? But Zapo attend a call of their customer for 11 hour. A customer call them and they talk to them for 11 hour. Can you talk to someone for 11 hour continuously? But they have such kind of customer services. They talk to their customer for 11 hour. Okay, they wish their people personally their birthday. Okay, they wish their people, their customer, their birthday by writing personal cards, writing personal messages. Okay, more example. Okay, this is the example of Tesco. I'll take it later. So customer does not care how much you know until they know how much you care. Okay, the more you care about your customer, the more customer will become loyal to your brand. Okay, the more customer will become loyal to your brand. Can you give me more example, ma'am? Yes, more example. Like if you go to any five-star hotel, if you go to any five-star hotel, for example Radisson Hotel Radisson, and you tell them that yes, like uh, like 5th November is your birthday. If you told them that 5th November I have booked this room and 5th November is my birthday, so they will plan your birthday. They will plan for your birthday, they will provide you cake, and you have not ordered for that cake, and they will pay entire bill and something, like they will try to make your moment special for you. Okay, and they will charge nothing for that. Okay, so why are they doing so? In order to make the people feel special. Okay, and if you and make your time so memorable that you can remember that even for lifelong. Okay, so this is how you should try to provide customer services. Okay, more example. See, giving personal touch to your customer is very important. Personal touch means that that the customer feel that yes, you have written this message specially for that customer. For example, I have one more example of Tesco. Okay, these company, more example. I have more example of Tesco. Tesco again. Tesco is a US brand, and um, Chipotle, again a US brand. I will take this example many times. I will take this example many times. Chipotle, Tesco, and one more example. I think I have not taken that example. Okay, leave that. Tesco and Chipotle. If you write these two names, again, this is a US brand, American famous, very famous brand. These brands are very famous. And how they provide customer services. See, for a company, for a very big company, those who have millions of customers, it's not possible for them to writing personal message to everyone, to communicate with everyone. And for making good relationship, there is need to communicate with the customer. Okay, so what these two company has done, they have created account in Twitter, Insta, and Facebook. And what happened, people message them, okay, at the Facebook, comment there at the Facebook or Insta or Twitter, and they have employed some people, those who reply to the comment of the customer personally. Okay, they tag your name and reply you personally for any of your query. Okay, so this is how they try to build relationship with their customer through by using social media, where you know that using social media is very cost effective. You don't need to incur much cost in this. Okay, so you can see this is an example I have taken from somewhere. Okay, One more example I have taken. See, many example. This is the example of Tesco company I have taken. One more example of Tesco company. This is all the example of customer services, how great their customer services is. Okay, how they are using the social media for building the customer relationship with their customer. Chipotle, a very famous US brand. See, a person who writes some comment on their page, Chipotle, they message them personally. They message them personally. Okay, so this is how they create personal relationship with their customer. One more example, Chipotle. They write some comment on Chipotle page and they are dealing with the customer problem personally. They try to deal with the problem of the customer personally. So this is how they are trying to create personal relationship with the customer, and creating personal relationship is very important. You know that if you go outside home and if someone remember your name and he call you, oh Ramu, how are you? If someone remember your name and he asks you something, some of your personal problems or something like that, and try to give you solution, then obviously that will help you to create a good relationship. So this is how the business organization do. Okay, and this will all come under customer services, customer service management. I hope this is clear to you. Zapo, they give surprises to their customer. Okay, I hope these points are clear to all of you. Customer service management is very important. Now the next point. Next point is related to supplier relationship management. So now we have already discussed that people are very important for the business organization. Okay, don't build your business, build the people, and the people will help you to build your business. Okay, now people means what? Customers are important. Then people means what? Employees are important. Then people means what? Suppliers are important. Okay, now building good relationship with your supplier is also very important. Why? Because the supplier are supplying you raw materials. Now you need this raw material on time. You need this raw material on time. You need this raw material with high quality. Okay, you need to maintain the delivery speed and other things. Okay, so this all is possible if you have good relation. You want to receive some discount also from the customer. If we want to receive discount from the customer, so all these things are possible only if we will maintain good relationship with the customer. Okay, so maintaining good relationship with the supplier is also very important, just as maintaining good relationship with the customer is important. Okay, I hope you got this point. Now the next point is related to return management. Return management is what? Sales return management. If you, again, this is somehow related to customer. Okay, if you provide, if any of your customer is not satisfied with your product, or if any of your customer is not satisfied with your services, then deal with that problem. Give them sales return. And you know that this generally not happen in India. Not generally happen in India. In India, if you purchase from a shop any product, if you purchase, you can return them against some product. Okay, for example, I purchase a phone. No, I purchase some contact lens, or I purchase lens from a shop. Okay, physical shop. Physically, I purchase this lens from a shop, and for example, I don't like this product and I want to return it. Okay, they will not give me money back. Okay, they will not give my money back. They will say that, okay, if you don't want to buy this lens, you can buy some other lens. Okay, so this is generally what happen in India. More thing, if you were buying something in online medium, it is possible to get your money. Okay, I'm buying some clothes and I don't like that cloth and I want my money returned. It is possible, but in India they give you 7 days. Okay, or maximum 15 days. Okay, in India they give you maximum 15 days time. They give maximum 15-day time to their customer for returning their product. Okay, and they can take the money back. However, what happened in America? However, what happened in America, USA, minimum 1 to 2 month time means Customer can buy the product, customer can use that product for 1 or 2 months, and then 1 2 months, if the customer realize that this product is not good, they can go to the store and return that product and get the money back. So see, in America, how much important for them to provide quality product. If they will not provide quality product, they know that the customer have time period of 2 months. Even if the customer will use that product for 2 months, customer can come to you and return the product. This happen in America. Okay, so this is how they deal with return management, sales return. Okay, and again, for this they focus on providing quality product. If they will provide quality product, their chances of return will be very less. This will come under external failure cost. Chances of sales return will be very less if you will provide quality product. I hope you understand this point. Is there any query? Is there any query? You can ask me query. Zappos is a subsidiary of Amazon. Very good. You people know that. Kunal. Okay. See, if you will relate the subject with live example, real life example, it's very easy to understand the subject. Okay. Otherwise, it's of no use to learn all the concept. That will not going to help you. You will not understand them if you will not take that live example of some companies. Okay. Now, next point is demand management. Now, what is demand management? Demand management means matching our supply and demand. Means whatever the customer is demanding, whatever my customer is demanding, we should produce those products. For example, if the customer is demanding 5,000 units, we should produce 5,000 units. Means we should match our demand and supply. Okay, this is related to demand and supply. Next is order fulfillment. Order fulfillment includes all the activity necessary to define the customer requirements, design the entire logistic network, and fill the customer order. So order fulfillment means first receive the order from the customer, then create a logistic, how to deliver, how we can deliver this order to the customer, then fulfill the order to the customer. So this is all: receive the order, then process, pick and pack, and then deliver the product to the customer. This is all related to order fulfillment. Okay, next point is related to product development and commercialization. In this, what we will do, we will design a new product, and then we will introduce that product in the market, and we will try to earn money from that. So this is what we do. Developing a new product, introducing that new product in the market, and then try to earn money from that. Okay. Next point is manufacturing flow management. Manufacturing flow management, it is related to all the activities necessary to move the product. Okay, you know that the product moves from the supplier to the customer. Okay, so this help you to understand the movement of your product from the supplier to the customer. Okay. Okay, now let us go back and understand the supply chain again. Okay, let us understand this again. You people can ask me queries also. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. See, now this image is very good. So I want all of you to understand this image. Supply chain management. In this case, what happened? The supplier, I think I can draw or not. Let me do this. I can draw. Yes. Okay, supply chain, this is consist of a supplier. Then supplier will take its raw material to the manufacturer. This manufacturer will convert raw material into finished good. Then we will place this finished good in warehouse. I missed this warehouse. Then from this, we will take it to the distributor. Then we will take this to the distributor. Then we will take it to the distributor, then to the retailer, and then to the customer. Okay. Now, we will do this in order to match the supply and demand. Okay, the customer demand, we will always try to fulfill the customer demand, and we will always supply such quantity as is demanded by the customer. Okay, so in supply chain management, we are trying to manage the demand with supply. Okay, and providing the right product to the customer at right price, at right store, at right quality, okay, at right time. Okay, if we will do this, means we will provide the right product to the customer at right time, right place, right price. Okay, then what happened? This will help us to increase our profitability. This will help us to increase our profitability. This is supply chain. Okay, this is supply chain, managing the supply chain. Okay, this is related to management of supply chain, means managing the supply chain. So I hope we have understood all these points: managing the relationship with the customer relationship management, supply supplier relationship management, and all these things. Okay, we will discuss more later on. First, let us understand more points. What is push supply chain and what is pull supply chain? Let us understand this also. Let me explain you what is push supply chain and what is push supply chain. So I'm explaining you first the push. Very important topic. Please listen to me very carefully. Supply chain, push supply chain management. What happened in case of push supply chain management? In this case, we do not consider the customer actual demand. This is my customer, my cute customer. This is my cute customer. But I actually don't consider the actual demand of the customer. And I produce my good forecasting the demand on the basis of forecasted demand. Okay, we are not producing the good on the basis of actual demand. We are just forecasting that yes, this could be my demand, this could be the demand of my customer, and for that reason I will produce these quantities. So in this case, what can happen? Either my production either my production either my production can be more than the actual demand, or my production or my supply, I will use the word, let me use the word supply, production and supply. So in this case, what happened? Either I will supply more than the actual demand, or I will supply less than the actual demand. Okay, so in this case, either I will supply more than the actual demand, or I will supply less than the actual demand. Okay, in case where I'm forecasting the demand. And this is generally happen in case of traditional cost management. This is generally happen. We do not consider the need of the customer. We do not consider the want of the customer. We don't consider the customer. We were just focusing our own self, okay, our own product, our own services, okay, and we don't consider that for whom we are producing this product, okay. And this is what happened in traditional cost management. In traditional cost management, they produce the goods on the basis of push system. Push means they are not considering the actual demand of the customer. They're forecasting the demand, and then they are producing the demand. And so the condition may arise that supply is more than actual demand, or the supply is less than the actual demand. Such kind of condition may arise. Okay. Now, what happened in case of pull system? Let me tell you that also. What happened in case of pull system? Now I'm talking about pull system. In case of pull system, I will consider the actual demand of customer first. Actual demand. Okay, actual demand. I will first consider what is the actual demand of my customer. That actual demand will first reach to the manufacturing place. This is the actual demand of the customer, and on the basis of actual demand, I will buy the raw material from the supplier. Okay, on the basis of actual demand, I will produce, I will do the production, and I will buy the raw material accordingly from the supplier. So in this case, what happened, the finished good which I will produce, in this case, the finished good which I'm producing, the finished good will always, the supply will always equal to demand. In this case, the supply, in this case, the supply will always equal to demand. Okay, because I'm producing my good considering the actual demand of the customer. Considering the actual demand of the customer, I'm producing my goods. Okay, and so here in this case, the supply will always equal to demand, and this is what we study in strategic cost management. We always try to do that. We always consider the customer as king, and we have to keep the king happy. Always, we always want to keep our customer satisfied. We always try to make our customer loyal toward our brand. Okay, and that is why whenever customer demand, what does the customer need, what does the customer want, we consider that, and accordingly we produce our goods. So this is what happened in strategic cost management. Is it clear? Okay, there is a question, Sumit. He is asking me why you are comparing our companies with USA or any other country. See, Sumit, the subject is not the subject which we are studying is now an international based subject. Okay, if you will study the entire subject, you will find that most of the business strategies has come from either Japan or America. Most of the business strategy, the Kaizen, 5S methodology, various lean system, everything, these all are were initially discovered in Japan or America. Okay, they and we follow their, the entire world follow their strategy, and I will teach you in later next chapter. Okay, how these strategy initiate in Japan. Okay, and then how America respond to all these strategies and how these strategies develop, and now we all are following all those strategies. And because they have initiated these strategies, obviously the companies in their country are following in better way as compared to us. Okay, and it's and I'm not saying that Indian companies are not performing good. There are many good Indian companies, those who follow excellent business strategies. Okay, but I will say that I found that most of the business strategies in India, they don't discover themselves. They don't discover their own business strategy. They just follow the business strategy. For example, you want me to give the example, let me give you the example, because you will say, ma'am, what are you saying, we have never seen this. Okay, search this on internet. Verbe Parker. Okay, this is an American brand of specs. Okay, this is an American brand of specs, and the business strategy they follow to capture the market, the same business strategies in India Lenskart is following. So why I'm saying that Indians follow their strategy, because I didn't find them to create their own business strategy. I found this Lenskart a good business, a brand in India. Lenskart, I think I'm not writing the name correctly. Lenskart, CART or KRT. Okay, you can check. So what I found that this company, a very good Indian company, but they didn't create their own strategy. They are just following Warby Parker, exactly the same business strategy which Warby Parker has adopted. Okay, and Warby Parker is a market leader. They entered in a saturated market. Again, a very good example. Warby Parker entered in saturated market, and at that time, another company. I didn't remember the name of the company. Another company had monopoly in the market, and this company, Warby Parker, broke their monopoly and created their own monopoly. Okay, such excellent business strategy. Okay, now what we are doing, we are just following them. We are not creating our own business strategy. This is very bad. Okay, And that is why there is need to understand the subject. Some people oppose that, why so many theory in our subject, why is, because if you will not study the subject well, I think then how such change will come in our country. Okay, if you people will study this strategy well, okay, I think when you will go to any big company, you might be in a position to frame the strategies for business organization, and for that you need to understand all these strategies. Okay, so this is the place where we are lacking, and I think we have to work hard to improve at this place, so that instead of following other, we can frame our own business strategies. Okay, so this is the place where where we Indian need to improve. Okay, so supply chain management can be of push system and pull system. In push system, what happened? We forecast the demand. We don't know the exact demand of the customer, we forecast the demand. While in pull system, what happened? We consider the actual demand of the customer and accordingly we produce the goods. Okay, so in case of push system, since we are forecasting the demand, we are anticipating the demand, so it might be possible that the supply is more than demand or supply is less than demand, or finished good is more than demand or finished good is less than demand. Okay, since we are anticipating, we are forecasting the demand. Okay, so this condition might happen. While in case of pull system, what happened? We are considering the actual demand. In this case, we are considering the actual demand, and that is why the supply will always be equal to demand. And this is a pull system. And this happened in case of strategic cost management. I hope you have understood the difference between traditional cost management, strategic cost management, and I hope that you people have understood that why there is need to understand this strategic cost management. Why are we studying this concept? Okay. Now let us understand more topic. More topic is related to upstream and downstream of supply chain. You can ask me more queries if you people have more doubt in your mind, you can ask me. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, now what is the meaning of upstream supply chain and downstream supply chain? See, this portion means receiving the raw material up to the place of manufacturing, where we convert the raw material into finished good. This is upstream. Okay, this is upstream. And finished good to taking the product to the customer. Okay, yeah, at this place, supplier is present. So from supplier to the factory, all the activities will come under upstream supply chain. And from the factory to the customer, from the factory to the customer, all the activity will come under downstream supply chain. Okay. I hope you understand the meaning of push and pull system. I hope you understand the meaning of upstream supply chain and downstream supply chain. Is there any doubt? You can ask me. If you want me to explain again, you can ask me. Okay. So upstream means from raw material to the place of manufacturing. So upstream means from the place of procuring the raw material, the supplier, up and till the place of factory. All the activities will come under upstream. And from the factory to the customer, all the activity will come under downstream. Okay, so this is downstream flow. Okay, now we have some point which is related to upstream supply chain and downstream supply chain. Since upstream is related to supplier, remember, always remember, you can see here in this picture that the upstream is related to supplier and downstream is related to customer. Okay, so in upstream management, we will consider the relationship with the supplier and everything which is related to procurement, purchase of raw material from the supplier. While in case of downstream, we will consider everything which is related to selling of the product to the customer. Okay, can you give me more detail, ma'am? Yes. Okay, these are the activities which is related to upstream of supply chain. As we have already discussed this, that upstream is something which is related to supplier. Okay, so here in case of upstream supply chain management, what will we do? We will consider the relationship with the supplier and use of information technology in upstream, how we use the technology in upstream. Okay, and you can write it here that these are something which is related to supplier. All the activities which we are studying here, all the point which we are studying here is related to supplier. Okay, so the first point is relationship with the supplier. Okay, now this is what we have already studied, that maintaining good relationship with the supplier is very important. Why? Because if you maintain the good relationship with the supplier, that supplier will provide you good quality product. Good quality, if the raw material is of good quality, you will get high quality finished good. If the raw material, the quality of raw material will be good, you will receive, you will produce high quality finished good. Okay, so if you have a good relationship with your customer, if you have good relationship with your customer, that customer will always provide you good quality raw material, and he will always provide you the material on time, means delivery. He will provide that product on time. And and it might be possible, if you will build a good relationship with the customer, he will give you discount. Okay, if you maintain good relationship with the customer, he will give you a discount. This is what we have already studied, and the same point we have here. Okay, relationship with the supplier, same point. Now the next is use of information technology. How in upstream means from raw material to factory, how the raw material reach to the factory, we buy the raw material from the supplier. How we use the information technology at upstream. Okay, at this place, how we use IT, information technology or technology at this place. Okay, so they are saying we have 3 point: e-sourcing, e-purchasing, e-payment. What are these points? E-sourcing means finding the supplier electronically. Okay, finding the supplier electronically. Now let us take an example. See, it is very difficult to find the right supplier. Okay, for example, if you want to buy a cloth, what happened? Whenever you want to buy some clothes, you went to market and you find various shops, and you go to various shops, you consider the price, the quality of the product and everything. Okay, and then you take decision whether you want to buy that product or not. So which is quite tedious task. Okay, going for a shopping, visiting the entire market, going to everyone, every shop, considering what product they are giving you, what product they are delivering you, the quality of the product, the price of the product, the discount they are offering you, considering everything is not an easy task. Okay, and if it is physically, means if you have to go to the market physically and do this thing physically, is very tedious. Okay, however, now it's very easy online to buy the product. Okay, this is very easy. I do all shopping online right now after COVID-19. What I do, I have downloaded various shopping applications, like I have downloaded Mintra and Tata Click and Pantaloons and various brand lifestyle. Okay, many brand. Okay, Nika, various brand. And whenever I want to do shopping, I just go to that application and I see all the products, the prices they are giving, the feedback of various customer. I consider the feedback of the customer. Okay, if the feedback of the customer is good, obviously that product, some people have used that product, and it's a quality product. Okay, so I consider everything, and it's very easy to compare the things online. Okay, comparing the various suppliers, the product they are offering, the quality they are offering, their prices, it's very easy to compare the raw material online. It's very easy. Okay, it's very easy to compare that, and hence it is very easy to select the supplier to buy the product. It's very easy online select. It's very easy to select the supplier online. You people want break? Do you people want break? So this is what happened in e-sourcing. You select the supplier online. You select the supplier online. Then e-purchasing means buying the product online, purchasing the product online. And then e-payment means paying the money online. You have seen that whenever you buy the product, Amazon, if you buy the product through Amazon, you can make the payment through card, debit card, credit card, or Paytm. Even you can use the Paytm or any other online medium. You can use that. So e-payment is possible. Okay, you don't need to pay cash. So this is what happened nowadays. Things has changed. See how business has not stopped. People have not stopped doing shopping. People are still doing business. People are still purchasing the product from the market, but the way of doing business has changed so much after COVID-19. And you can see that people are using more technology. Okay, now people, and even those business are more successful, those who are technology savvy. Okay, their base was technology. Those business whose base was technology are now more successful. Okay, they're more successful. So you can see that technology is very important for any business organization. At least nowadays technology is very important. Okay, and hence I hope you understand why there is need to understand strategic cost management. It's not enough to take decision in traditional way. Taking decision in traditional way will not going to help you in real practical life. Okay, so those people, those who complain that we don't have much numerical in our subject, what is the use of doing that numerical if that numerical will not help you in future? If you will go in any organization doing that numerical, like doing the numerical of operating research, OR, will not going to help you anywhere in when you work practically in any organization. While if you will study these business strategy will 100% help you if you will work in any business organization, for any business organization. Okay, so I think it's a good change in our subject. Okay. If you want to take a break, let us take a break for 10 minutes. In between, you can ask me query, 10 or 5 minutes. Let us take a break, and we will do this. We will revise this topic, and I will cover a case study from supply chain. Our topic is complete for today's session, and in next session we will cover the downstream supply chain, numerical related to that topic, and modern business excellence model. Okay, we will do that in next session. And in today's session, what will we do? I will revise these topic again: e-sourcing, e-purchasing, e-payment. Okay, and we will do a numerical. Let me show you the numerical which we will do. Okay, so in between you can find the numerical also. And this is the numerical we have. Okay, supply chain. This numerical is related to supply chain. We are taking a break for 5 minutes. We can take a break. Okay, for 5 minutes. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, please tell me I'm audible, visible. I'm audible, I'm live. Okay. Okay, now let us do, yeah, we have to do this question from supply chain. And before starting this question, I want to revise this topic. Okay. Relationship with supplier, we have already discussed that we should maintain good relationship with the supplier. Okay. So why? Because supplier will provide us good quality product on time, and we can receive the discount if we want any kind of discount from the customer. Okay. So good, matlab right cost, good quality, right time means speed of delivery. Everything is very important for us, and accordingly we will decide our supplier from whom we want to buy our product. Now see, e-procurement will cover e-sourcing, e-purchasing, e-payment, everything. All these three things will come under e-procurement. Okay, now first point is what e-sourcing. E-sourcing means selecting the supplier electronically. Means we are not going to the market and considering all the suppliers and taking the quotation for the product from them and comparing the material and all. We don't do that. We will consider the supplier online, taking the feedback of other people, because we know that people give feedback only in two conditions. If the product is very, very, very good, people will give feedback. Yes, this product or service is very good. Or if the product or services is very, 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 very bad, people will give feedback. So in case extreme good or extreme bad, people will definitely give feedback. Otherwise, people don't bother. Okay, so for selecting supplier, it's good to see the feedback of other people, those who have given to the vendor. Okay, considering the price, quality, everything, you can decide the supplier, you can select the supplier, time of delivery, discount, everything, and on the basis of that you can consider the supplier. Then you will buy the product online like this, e-purchasing. Then you will make the payment electronically. So this is all covered under upstream. How we are using the technology in upstream, e-procurement, how we are using information technology in upstream, okay, of supply chain. Okay, now we have an example of this question, and I want all of you to once read this question at your own. I think that will help you more in better way. Okay, if this is visible, if it is visible, I want all of you to read this question. Read this question. I'm giving you 4-5 minutes to read this question. Okay, in between you can write me queries if you have any query. If you have any query, anything which you want to ask me, you can ask me. No query. Okay, read this question. Read this question. Okay, this is a question in page 13.21. Thank you, Ambika. Ambika from Mumbai. This question is 13.21. This question is in page number 13.21. Yeah, this is from chapter 13. This question is from chapter 13. read this question? Okay. Okay. First of all, I want to say that the question is very lengthy, and you student get disappointed after reading the question itself. Okay, you people get disappointed. Why is the question is so lengthy? But what if you know that you can write more than 50% of your answer from question itself? So easy. You don't need to learn anything. 50% answer is given in your question itself, and this is a case study of 20 marks. So if you understand the concept of supply chain well, if you have understood the supply chain concept well, you can apply that concept here. Okay, the knowledge which you have from the book, that knowledge will cover 40%, 50% is itself given in your answer. So it means that 90% is already, you can write the answer, means it's very easy. 90% you have already done. Okay, 40% from the book, 50% from the question itself. How easy to write the answer. So question is lengthy, but read the question very carefully. Okay, and you will get the answer very easily. Okay, very easy. It's very easy to understand these case study. It just require patience to read such a long question, but it's very easy to write the answer. Okay, trust me, very easy to write the answer, and it's very easy to understand this question. Okay, if you know the concept well. Okay, now let me read this question for all of you. Let me read this question for all of you. This question is from supply chain. Okay, now we have a company, Sun Electronic. So let us name this company Sun Electronic. We have a company name is Sun Electronic, which manufacture and sell electronic goods. What kind of goods they are producing and selling? They are producing mobile phones, laptops, television, refrigerator, etc. They are producing all these things. Okay, company sells these goods through 30 stores around the country. So around the country, the company has such 30 stores. How many stores? Such 30 store. This is one of the store company have, and company have sorry 30 stores. Company have 30 stores. Okay, the store manager plays request to the centralized team on a monthly basis. So there is a centralized team. Okay, this is a centralized team. Okay, so every store manager, they send to centralized team. Every store manager, they send to centralized team. What they send to centralized team? One store can send only one requisition per month. Now what is requisition? In requisition, you give detail of the product which is required to sell. Okay, so this is a very bad point here. Okay, that all these store individually, they can send only one requisition in 1 month. Okay, they can send only one requisition in 1 month. That means what? Only one requisition in 1 month means they are not buying on pull system. Pull system means whenever customer demand, we have a customer here. This is my cute customer. Okay, customer. So we are not demanding our product from the centralized place from where the product is manufactured. We are not demanding on pull system, means whenever the customer demand, we will demand to the centralized system to deliver that product. Okay, we are not doing this. These stores are not doing that. They are just giving the requisition every month to buy the material. Every month, every month they send the requisition. Okay, so this is what happened. Every month they send the requisition. Once goods are manufactured, goods are sent to centralized warehouse and are dispatched to different store. So everything is happening centralized, means, for example, this is the place, factory, where they are manufacturing the goods, and they are sending this to centralized. They have centralized warehouse. Okay, means these two places are centralized. One place where they are manufacturing the goods, then they are sending those goods to one warehouse. They have only one warehouse, while they are sending these products from this warehouse to entire country, and in entire country they have 30 stores. To all those stores they are sending their goods from one warehouse, one factory. Production is done in one factory. The company do not have multiple manufacturing units around the country. Company do not have multiple warehouse around the country. Okay, there is centralized system. Okay, time taken from placing a request from store to deliver the product is 30 to 40 days on an average. So see, these store manager these store manager these store manager, they place the order to this manufacturing place, and they receive the order, and the time taken placing the order and to receive the order, it will take 30 to 40 days. This will take 30 to 40 days. So you can see it's a flaw in present system, that first they are not selling, they are not doing this business on pull system. Means whenever the customer require, customer demand, we are buying the material, we are ordering the material from the manufacturing place. This is not what happened in this case. They can send only one requisition in a month. Every manager, every store manager can send only one requisition in a month. Okay, so it means they are forecasting the demand. They are not considering the actual demand. They are just forecasting the demand. On the basis of forecasting sale, on the basis of forecasted demand, they are ordering the material from the centralized place. Okay. Now let us proceed. Company procure parts from more than 100 vendors. So the supplier, company has more than 100 supplier. Okay, this company has more than 100 supplier, more than 100 supplier. Okay, which is good number. Okay, and the company is also facing quality issue from these supplier. Quality is not good. Quality not good from these supplier, more than 100 supplier, and the quality of the material, raw material, is not that great. It is mentioned in the question. See, all the problem is mentioned in the question, and we will write all these things in answer. Okay, then what else mentioned here? Average holding period of inventory is 45 days. Against the industry average holding day is 15. So what happened? These store, they are holding the inventory for 45 days. And generally what happened in normal industry, in the same industry, what other business organization are doing? They are storing the inventory just for 15 days. Now, why are they storing for such a long period? Because they have a fear of stock out. What if the customer demand the product and they don't have that product? And since they are sending the requisition, they can send maximum one requisition in a month. So in case if there is a situation of stock out, means the customer is demanding and they don't have material, stock out situation, which is again a problem, because that will reduce the customer satisfaction. Okay, and that is why they are buying in huge quantity. They are buying more for and they have 45 days inventory holding period. Okay, and remember, if you hold your inventory, if you hold your raw material or finished good for such a long period, what happened? Accumulation of inventory will result in waste. We have started this. oh, we have studied that we should not accumulate the inventory, we have studied we should not do overproduction. These all will result in waste, so this will result in waste. Okay, now order to delivery time at store is very high. Company have high inventory holding to reduce the stock out situation. Okay, so you can see, to order the product and to receive the delivery, the time is very high. You can see here 30 to 40 days take to order and receive the delivery, which is a high time. Okay, so this is a problem. Then they are saying that is why, since you are not receiving the order on time and time of receiving the order is so high, this store manager, he is demanding more than his requirement. Also, another point is that one requisition in a month means they cannot demand for more than one time. So again, he will order much quantity. These two are the points because of which this store manager, they are ordering in huge quantity. I hope you are getting my point. Is there any doubt? You're getting my point or not? Not visible? What is not visible? The page is visible or not? Am I audible, visible, everything is okay? Aman, what is not visible? Aman from Ahmedabad. Now, in case of products like mobile, now one more point. They are selling electronic product. What are those electronic product? Mobile phone, phones, laptop. And we know that mobile phones, laptop, television, these all electronic equipment, they because the technology changes very frequently in these field, so the product will become obsolete very soon in these field. Okay, the product will become obsolete very soon in these field. Okay, so the company have high inventory holding. Okay, because they want to reduce the chances of stock out, and because of which is a kind of waste, and it will become obsolete. This is what we have discussed already, and we have discussed that they are selling mobile phone and laptop, everything, and technology changes very frequently in this field, and because of which this product become obsolete very soon. Okay, so they become obsolete very soon because the technology changes very frequently. Company is under severe pressure to improve the working capital. Now you know that the company is accumulating so much, so the inventory get piled up. Okay, and because of which the working capital, the company is under the pressure because the company is under the pressure to improve their working capital. Okay, means converting this inventory, this finished good, into money quickly. Okay, they want to do this for the organization. Now company identified e-commerce on an now these are the problem the organization is having. From here to this point are the problems the company has discussed the problems. Okay, now the company is talking about alternates. What are the solution of the problem they are talking? Okay, now they are talking about it. E-commerce is the best way. Okay, now they are saying that e-commerce, they are exploring the opportunity in e-commerce. Okay, the growth is fast in e-commerce, the revenue turnover ratio, profitability, everything is good in e-commerce. For this they have to create an electronic website on internet. Okay, then they have to list their product on such online platform. Okay, and once this online platform will grow, you can this company can close some of their physical store. They have already 30 store, but if instead of selling the product through store, the company open website, and if the company is selling their product through website, it's very easy to sell the product through website. Okay, see, website. I want to give you an example. Okay, ma'am, you take us from where to where. Okay, I want to give you an example of A, R, B, and B. Okay, American company again, Air Bread and Breakfast Company. This company has created $1 billion. They have created itself $1 billion without investing much, just with the help of website. They have initiated their business through website. Now website can play a very good role in saving your cost of the organization, and it help you to expand your market. What happened initially, you had a shop, for example, you had a shop in Bazaar, so local people will come to buy your product. But if you will sell your product through online platform, you can sell your product all around the country. Even the people who is in Kanyakumari, who is in, for example, you have created your website and you are from Delhi, you can sell your product to Kanyakumari, Chennai, Jammu, Kashmir, Assam, any part of the country. It's very easy to sell your product through online website. Okay, and you don't need to incur the expenses of your shop business store. Okay, you don't need to keep the employees to take care of your shop. Okay, so many kind of expenses will get reduced if you sell your product through online platform. It's a very good option in today's environment. Okay, today's world, it's very good opportunity. So they're trying to shift themselves to e-commerce, means they want to sell their product through website, and with the growth of the sale from that website, the company can close some of its physical stores. Okay, existing inventory procurement and management system will not fit in new e-commerce. Now the existing system means buying the material on every month, means requisition on monthly basis is not good in electronic system. See, if you are doing your business through website, then create an ERP. I'm giving you a solution. ERP. Now how this ERP will help the organization? Every, like your production system, okay, then your customer, then your supplier, every department of your organization is connected through ERP. Once you receive the demand from the customer, you can immediately place a demand to the supplier to supply the raw material, and you can convert that raw material into finished good very easily, very soon, and then immediately deliver this finished good to the customer. Means using the electronic media, using the ERP, it's very easy to integrate all these activity and to increase the speed of all these activity. Instead, previously what happened, you can see here that the speed of doing this business was very slow. Now with technology, with the help of technology, you can increase the speed of your business, you can improve your speed of your business. Okay, and this is how the environment has changed. Previously the environment was like this, so we can apply the traditional cost management, traditional costing which we had. But now since the business environment has changed, we have to apply strategic cost management. Okay, so this is what the condition is, and the same condition is given here. The company's old inventory procurement, means buying on monthly basis, procuring the material on monthly basis, is not good in e-commerce. Now in this case, you should apply ERP kind of system. Okay, e-commerce work on inventory light model. If you will put ERP like system, then what happen, you don't need to store the product, there is no need of warehouse, you can work on pull system. This system will work on pull system. When customer will demand, you can buy the material from the supplier, then you can do the production, then you can supply the product to the customer. This work on pull system. Okay, this work on pull system. Okay, so inventory light model. Why is this inventory light model? Because you don't need to store the raw material, you don't need to store the finished good, because you are buying the raw material whenever there is demand from the customer. Then you buy the raw material, then you produce the finished good, then you sell deliver the product to the customer. There is no need to store the raw material, there is no need to store the finished good. Okay, so this is inventory light model. If you will implement this ERP system, this will be inventory light model. quick. This will be quick, and this will save your time. On time delivery, this will help you online on time delivery. See, you can see how Amazon work. You, if you place an order, okay, the Amazon will inform the supplier, supplier will supply your goods to your home. It's very easy to function all these things, and a very quick delivery system, quick payment, quick delivery, everything is quick. Okay, so this is how things work in electronic media, in internet. Okay, with the use of internet, things has changed completely. And things has changed more after the COVID-19, and I will say that the mode of doing the business will change more in future. So don't think that if the condition will improve, people will do this business in the same way as they were doing earlier. No. Okay, if you have this in your mind that people will start their business in the same way which they were doing previously, then I think that condition will not come. Okay, if people have adopted this new method of using the technology for doing the business, gradually they will adapt itself. They become habitual of everything what they are doing right now, and then that old system, old thing will become irrelevant for them. Okay, this is the law of nature. Things, when the things will improve, people become adapt to that things, and they ignore the old things, old situation, everything. Okay, so this happens. Okay, now next is required. Companies considering implementation of supply chain management. Now, first you have to talk about the supply chain management, because the company is thinking of implementing. Now, what do you mean by implementing the supply chain? Means managing the supply chain. Supply chain management means managing the supply chain. So the company is thinking of managing the supply chain. Okay, will supply chain management be used in e-commerce? See, in case of e-commerce, the supply chain management will change. The way you're managing the supply chain will change in e-commerce. Okay, because the way of doing the business has changed in e-commerce. Okay, and you are required to explain the supply chain management and evaluate the availability in current case. You have any doubt understanding question? For in understanding the question, if you have any doubt, then we will discuss the answer. No doubt, nothing. If you people have any doubt, you can ask me. No doubt. Now, first of all, while writing the answer, I'm telling you how to write the answer in examination. Okay. See, these are the issues they have discussed, the issue the organization is having. You know, what are the issue, what are the problem they have? They have the problem of receiving the delivery of the product. There is delay in receiving the product. Okay, they are storing the inventory more than the average inventory storage of the industry. They are sending this requisition only once in a month, which is again a negative point, because of which they have a fear of stock out, and they are storing so much quantity. These are the issues they have. Okay, and one more issue, supplier is not supplying good quality of material to you. These are all issues you have with current present system. Okay, so the first point is that they are selling their product through physical store. Okay, and they do not consider the customer demand, the customer need, want. They ignore the customer. Means they are working on push system, which is not a good system now. Okay, again, next point, they are submitting requisition once in a month, which is again a negative thing, because of which they are ordering more than their own demand, and they are piling up their inventory, because they have a fear of stock out. Okay, and if you store high inventory, it's a kind of waste. This is what they have discussed. The same thing which we have discussed in question, they have written here. Okay, company has longer, we have already discussed that working capital, the company wants to improve its working capital. Okay, working capital means they want to convert speedily, they want to convert their finished good into money. Okay, or debtor, they want to convert their, means they want to collect money quickly from their customer. Okay, And one more problem, since the technology changes very easily, the company is selling phone, laptop, TV, refrigerator, and the technology changes rapidly. Because of which these components become outdated very easily, obsolete very easily. So the company wants to sell them quickly. If they stored them, then what happened? There might be some situation arise that such product will become obsolete, and this will result in waste for them. It's a kind of waste. Okay. So now the company wants to switch to e-commerce. You know why they are switching to e-commerce? Because in e-commerce they can use the full processing system, faster response time. They can maintain the quality from the customer also. All these reasons, many reasons. You can write even more point. Whatever is written here, after understanding the entire concept, you can write even more points. And then you can write about the supply chain management. What is the supply chain management? Everything about the supply chain management you can write it here. And you can write the problem which they have, same problem. You want me to repeat, but I will say the same problem. What? They are holding the inventory much, working capital is blocked. Okay. The order and to receive the delivery, the time of ordering and receiving the delivery is much. Okay. And they are sending the requisition once in a month. Because of these two reasons, they are storing much quantity in their stores, and because of which is a kind of waste. These are all problems. Okay, you can discuss all those points again, the same points which we have discussed. next is Next is supply chain management process. You can write all these things. Now, what are the benefits of supply chain management? If you will manage the supply chain, how it can help you? Okay, this is the point which we have left actually. If you manage your supply chain, how it can help you? This will help you to reduce the inventory. We know that we want to reduce the inventory. This will help you to reduce the labor cost. This will improve the productivity, the production of the business organization. Order management means supply will always, we always want that supply should equal to demand. We don't want to have that situation of demand. We don't want to have the situation of high sale than demand, or sale is less than demand. We don't want these two situations. We always want to maintain the situation supply should equal to demand. Okay. We want to improve the financial cycle improvement. Why? Because we want our finished good quickly. We want our finished good quickly converted into money. Okay, we quickly want to sell our finished good and quickly want to recover the money from our customer. Okay. If you will manage the supply chain, information will be visible. You can get the information easily from the customer, and you can pass those information wherever it is required. You can improve the entire process of the organization. Great customers response. Okay, globalization. Okay, these points will help you to these point will help if you will manage the supply chain. Now let us consider these point in the question. How managing the supply chain will benefit this company? This will help the organization in better customer service. If you will manage the supply chain properly, you will provide better customer service. We have studied about customer service management is very important. Okay, so this will help you better customer service. You will understand what is the need of the customer, what is the want of the customer. Okay, you will provide them the product on time. Okay, so all these things will help you to improve the customer service. If you will manage the entire supply chain, you will you will achieve better delivery mechanism. You will, for example, you can see here that the demand and delivery take 30 to 40 days. Okay, you are demanding and you are receiving the delivery in 30 to 40 days. Okay, and you want to reduce this time. Okay, if you will reduce this time, this will help you to maintain less inventory in the store, and this will somehow will help you to reduce all other kind of waste which is associated with all these things. Okay, so this will help you to minimize the cost, improve the production of your organization, reduce the inventory holding, because if you will order on time and you will receive the delivery on time, then there is no fear of stock out. You know that your supplier you will receive, every store manager knows that he will receive from the centralized system on time their product, okay, whatever they are demanding. Then in such case they don't have any fear of stock out, and he will not store more than the demand. Okay, yeah, they can use just in time system also, but we will study this topic in third chapter. This will help the organization in minimizing the waste and reduce the cost. Okay, so this is how this will help the organization. Now they are talking about e-commerce and supply chain management. E-commerce and supply chain management. Customer buys product online, want delivery. Now what happened in e-commerce, we have already discussed e-commerce, that what are we doing in e-commerce? We are trying to implement ERP system. Okay, ERP will connect everything in the business organization, the customer, okay, the supplier, the production, and all other things which I'm not considering here, but all other things also. So it's very easy to flow the information will reach very soon wherever there is requirement of the information, and accordingly the material will reach to the customer very soon. Okay, so this will help in reducing the delivery time. Now see, what should we produce? Customer will buy what we produce. Earlier in traditional cost management, this was our approach. What was our approach? That whatever we will produce, customer will buy. Okay, but now what is our approach in strategic cost management? We will produce only those goods which is required by the customer. Means we will first understand the need and want of the customer, then accordingly we will produce that product for the customer. Okay, this is supply chain management. Okay, and for this we will maintain the entire logistic of the organization. Is there any doubt? You can study about all these points. You can ask me queries. Is there any other doubt? Is there any doubt? Are you there? Ma'am, company should also need to maintain supplier relationship. Yes. Ambika, she's asking, she or he? Ambika from Mumbai asking me that, ma'am, company should also need to maintain. Yes, company should maintain supplier relationship management. See, customer relationship management is important. Supplier relationship management. In supply chain management, all those 8 points which we have discussed, all are important. You can write about all those points here. It's not necessary to write the answer in the same way as it is written here. If you know the concept well, you can write all those things here. Okay, you have already studied in supply chain management a type of management which is necessary, means maintaining good relationship with the customer, supplier relationship management, customer service, order fulfillment. Okay, all those 8 points you can write about that. Okay, you can relate that thing to the question and you can write all those things here. Okay, any other doubt? Do you have any other doubt? If you have any other doubt, you can ask me. Oh, I think there is no other doubt. People can ask me doubts. No doubt. No doubt. Okay. So you people have no doubt. Okay, so this is how we have completed the supply chain management, and I'm saying this again, that it's not necessary to write whatever written in the answer. You can write your own point also. Okay, relating them with the question. Okay, we have studied so many points, so many things. You can write all those things related to the question. Okay, not writing the story. Okay, it's not good to write the entire story. Relate them with the concept, then write. Any other doubt? Anything you want to ask me? You can ask me. Okay, I think there is no query. So should I finish the session? Should I close the session? We have nothing to study more in today's session. Let me tell you what we will do in next session. I will teach you downstream of supply chain in next session. Downstream of supply chain, this topic, and numerical or case study related to this topic, and business excellence model. These two topics we will study in next session. Okay. So I think we should finish this session. Good evening, good night, take care, bye bye.